What's up, guys, and welcome back to a brand new Poppy Playtime Chapter 3 update video. Now, as you guys know, whenever we get some new Poppy Playtime news, we are always the fastest to cover it on all of YouTube, and well, we've got something crazy to discuss in today's video. We're going to start with some Chapter 3 new gameplay screenshots. Yes, you guys heard that right. We have Chapter 3 gameplay screenshots. Then we're going to get into some behind-the-scenes look at certain things that have to do with Poppy Playtime that have never been shown before, so that's going to be fun. And then we're going to end the video with a brand new look at Chapter 3, and I'm talking the monster, I'm talking some specific gameplay screenshots. It's crazy. So stay to the end of the video. Trust me, you do not want to miss it. And before we get into this, if you're new to the channel, subscribe right now. Trust me, you will not regret it. Anyone can tell you we are on top of Poppy Playtime. So if you're a fan of the series, this is your place to be. Get subscribed. Anyways, let's go ahead and start off with the two new Chapter 3 screenshots. So the first one we have on screen right now is a look at, my guess is, some sort of play care area. As you guys know, at the end of Chapter 2, we crashed the train, and the last thing we saw was the door to the play care, and this is where Chapter 3 is supposed to take place. Now, judging by the walls, you guys can see there's like teeth on the walls or something like that, like different colors of teeth, which I don't know what that's supposed to be. Maybe that's supposed to be like the grab pack hands. I don't know, just missing like the tips of their fingers. I don't know. It looks like teeth to me though. And then in the main area where all the wreckage is, you can see in the middle, there is a Bunzo Bunny ride. So that appears to be like in that little picture right there, you can see there's Bunzo Bunny, and then right behind him appears to be a ride on like almost a roller coaster or something like that, maybe a bumper car or something. So this is some part of the play care where there's a Bunzo Bunny ride and everything has been completely destroyed. I mean, look at the ground. Everything has been demolished, just completely annihilated. Now in the back though, you guys can see there's a little tube thing, and that reminds me of like when you go to a park and you know they have like the area where kids can play and stuff like that, and they have like a tube, you know, that like children can crawl through. That's what that looks like. So this is definitely some kind of area for children to play that's been completely destroyed. And if you look at the top though, it looks like it's in like a factory, right? So it looks like a fake, like artificial play area for children. You know, like how on movie sets they have like different sets within like a giant factory? That's what this reminds me of. This seems like one part of the set within a big old factory, and for whatever reason everything's been destroyed and demolished. But yeah, it's a very interesting first look at Chapter 3. Now the next screenshot we have here is this one, and well, there it is right there. As you can tell, this looks like it almost reminds me of like a part of Project Playtime. You guys know the new map, I think it's called Incineration, where there's like the Destroy a Toy factory that one of the maps takes place in. And in this factory, it's, you know, where they destroy toys. Now, this reminds me of that section because of those two giant pillar things in front of us right here. So it looks like those go up and down and they smash things, because you guys can see there's like a red circle right there, and then above it is the giant heavy weight. So you'd put something on that red thing and then it would come down and smash it into little pieces. Now maybe this is going to be a part of like a chase sequence where, you know, you can bring something under there and that's how you defeat the monster. You smash it with this giant, you know, giant heavy weight right there. I think that'd be really cool, but honestly I'm not too sure. It just looks like some part of a factory. Now it also looks like it does possibly connect to this image, because like I said, judging by the top right of this image, it looks like that is some kind of like a big industrial area or a big part of a factory, you know, behind this play area for children. And I think that's probably what this is, maybe a section of that, but it's still very interesting. My guess is that, like I said, we're gonna get chased through here. We're gonna have to crush something with these giant things, which is going to be very cool. Now let's go ahead and get into the behind the scenes look at the different chapters. All right, so here we are with our first video. Let's go ahead and see what it has in store for us. Okay, so this is the Chapter 1 chase scene. Ooh, oh my god, oh my gosh, why is he so fast? Why is he so quick? Holy, that's crazy. He's not even like moving faster, he just is faster. Hold on, we gotta turn this up because you can hear like, oh my gosh. Oh my gosh, he's so quick. That's crazy. That's actually really cool. And then if you notice though, look at the "you are dead" screen. So this was before they added in like the little like death hints, you know, that like, oh, you must keep going or stuff like that. It just said "you are dead, restart or quit the game." That's it. That is so funny though, just to see and hear him just racing after you. Look at, oh my God. That's incredible. Yeah, that definitely wouldn't have been, I mean, it would have been scary, but it wouldn't have been as scary as what we ended up getting. Also, I think that scream at the end is different. Yeah, that's a different scream. Interesting. Okay, so that's cool. All right, well, that's the first behind the scenes look. Let's go to the next one. All right, so here we are with the next one on screen. Now, they said this used to be the original start to Chapter 1. So it used to start us outside of the factory, and we used to get out of a car and then head into the factory, and that's what we're gonna see here. Let's go ahead and give it a watch. Here we go. Oh, yeah, this is like the intro. Oh, wow. Oh my gosh. Wow, it starts you really far from the factory. The beautiful sky. Kind of reminds me of like Outlast 1, you know, when you pull up into the car and then you have to like break into the asylum. Yeah, it starts you so far. Oh my gosh. Gotta walk a few miles to get in. Oh, check that out. Press E to open doors. Okay. So yeah, you would walk in and then boom, the start of the game. I like the environment in this one though. It like with the sun going down and the whole feeling of that, the floating office chair. Yeah, it really gives you some good immersion, you know, looking at that. That's cool though. And some other things I noticed though is, and they also mentioned this, on the top left, there's a item bar, which obviously that's changed drastically since the full release of the game. That item bar is not there. So that's where, you know, stuff you'd collect like tapes and stuff like that would go there. But yeah, this is a really cool look. I mean, it really gives the factory scale, you know, like whenever you kind of just spawn in there, you really don't know how big this place is, but just looking at it on this video, you could tell this was a massive, or is a massive factory, and there's a lot of different parts to it, and that's just the top of it. As you guys know, we're deep underground now, so yeah, this is a cool behind the scenes look at outside the factory. Very cool. Okay, so the next video we have here is a first look at how the grab pack used to work, and Poppy's there too. Apparently she T-poses. Let's go ahead and give this a watch and see. Oh my god, oh, she's just floating in circle. Oh wow, that is, yeah, it's very bare bones. Very cool though. I love seeing stuff like this. Like, it makes me so happy that they release this kind of stuff. So this is outside the factory. Yeah, look at that. There's like garages over there. You can grab Poppy for some reason. Just kind of do like a little Stretch Armstrong thing, or whatever it's called. That's cool. Look, there's the car in the back. So this is another look at how the game used to start. So this is, yeah, so you can tell that first one that we saw, right? When we pull up to the factory, that was a very early look, I'm assuming. Well, this is very early too, judging by the graphics. But, you know, you had to walk a very far distance. In this one, the distance is much shorter. You can just go right there, park, and then boom, you're at the front of the factory, which is kind of cool. But obviously the lighting and stuff like that looks way worse and just unpolished, but still very cool to see this early on stuff. All right, let's go to the next one. All right, now this one is interesting because this one, we might have done a little bit of hacking and saw a few years ago. We might have hacked to this room and did a video in it already, but so this says this used to be Poppy's room. So this, instead of finding her in that like glass case, you'd find her in here. And then it says, I wonder who's knocking at the door. So that's kind of interesting. All right, let's see here. Oh yeah. So objectives: gain entry to Playtime Co. Yeah, we've seen this. Somebody banging on the door trying to get in. Which I'm assuming that's Huggy, right? That's got to be what that would be. Because Huggy would chase you from the chase sequence, you know, right before this, and then follow you into that. You'd close the door. Oh my gosh. Wait, kind of sounds like a person. Oh, he broke the door down. Ooh. That's interesting. So we've hacked through that, though, and there was nobody there, but my guess is that's probably Huggy Wuggy. But then again, if that's human noises, then unless there's a human trapped inside Huggy, I don't know. Very interesting, though. So then you would open this door, and that would lead you to Poppy. Yeah, check that out. Yeah, we saw this. I remember this. Yeah, it's been a long time since we hacked the game, but I do remember this. Very cool. It's interesting that they still leave that question up in the air, too, of like, who was knocking at the door? I wonder who it was. I wonder if that's like before they decide to kill off Huggy. Well, kill him off. We all know he's probably still alive, but yep, there's Poppy in her little glass case. Very cool. That's a cool one for sure. It's very cool to be able to see this kind of stuff. Like the hidden bookcase. You close the door on whoever was chasing us. So there was definitely a chase scene there. And then you go down to Poppy and it ends the chapter. All right, I think that might be it, but let's have a look and see if there's any more. Okay, so after looking through where the, you know, behind the scenes videos and stuff like that were posted, that is all of them. We've seen all of the behind the scenes stuff. So now we get into the exciting stuff, okay? So I completely forgot about this. I don't know if I mentioned this at the start of the video, but we've got a brand new Project Playtime update coming soon, and they released some pictures from it. We're gonna include these here. So here's the one on screen right now. Project Playtime Forsaken is the name of the new update, which is very exciting. Check this out. So let's go ahead and go through these. It looks like the first one, we're in a factory, of course. It looks like there's actually stairs that you can climb up. I don't know if you can actually go up there though. That looks like you can go very high up. Like we're already off the ground here, and then it looks like there's another area we can go to. But let's go to the next screenshot and see what we see here. Oh my, you can climb up there. Wow, this place is massive. What the dude, playing as the killer here, I feel like would be difficult. Oh my goodness. It's very cool though. It reminds me of like Jurassic Park 3, where you know when the flying, I can't think of the name of it. You guys can tell me in the comments section down below. The flying dinosaur, okay? The most like commonly known dinosaur that I can't think of the name of right now. But that scene where he's like they're like above the area and it like breaks into a caged in area like what this looks like. That's what that reminds me of. So yeah, it looks like this area though, it's very high up above some sort of part of the factory and it looks very crazy. I like this a lot. It looks like on the right though, there's like these little drop down areas that you can climb to the top and then like there's a hole that you can like drop down, which I think would be cool. You're getting chased by the killer, you just drop down there. I don't know. But let's go to the next one. So the next one, yeah, we have another look. It almost looks like a jail or something. I don't know what this is supposed to be. It's a weird looking area. I have no idea. But I mean, you got Bunzo Bunny on the wall right there. You've got like, it looks like a prison or something. It kind of does, right? Or maybe this is like where they store the experiments. I don't know. We'll have to wait and see whenever the chapter comes out, or you know, whenever the new update comes out for Project Playtime. But it's cool. It's a cool looking map. Looks very dark, very, you know, dirty in here, but I like it. Now, here we go. This is the big stuff. On screen right now, we've got the first look at Chapter 3. We've got some gameplay, screenshots, and this is the first one. Now, the next one is insane, but this first one looks really good. So on the ground, let's start with that. You've got a purple hand indicator, which we do not have a purple hand, I don't think. I know in Chapter 2, we ended up, you know, having to get our hand back, but we don't have a purple hand. So I guess at some point in Chapter 3, we're going to need that purple hand to be able to progress through this part, or, you know, maybe there's going to be a certain door that you need the purple hand to be able to open up. Because right here, I mean, obviously we can just jump into whatever that is. By the way, it looks like that's lava or water. My guess is water, but it's just like there's red lighting in it. Now, this looks insane though. So it looks like you have to jump from barrel to barrel to get through this toxic area. So it's definitely, it can't just be water. It's got to be some sort of, you know, toxic thing that will kill you if you fall into it. So you got to jump from barrel to barrel to get to the other side of this place. And this does not look like a play care to me, okay? Like, play care to me sounds like a daycare, you know? And this looks very, very dark, and no children should be down here, that's for sure. So this might be, you know, I'm guessing we go to the play care and then, you know, we end up falling deeper into the factory, or, you know, maybe we go behind the scenes of the play care and this is what's back there. But yeah, this looks like a crazy area to be in. You can see on the top right there, those like little windows that maybe someone can like look down at you at. But I don't know, man, this looks insane. I do like the fact that the grab pack is back, you know, with both hands. You know, even though we crashed the train, we still have both of our hands. All right, always good to see that. Now let's get into the last screenshot. And this is where things get crazy, okay? This is going to be wild. We have, let's just go to it. Let's just go to it. All right, here we go. So this is what he does to heretics. And we've got some kind of monster underneath that text. Now, behind the text, I don't know if you guys can see this, there's a 3. So obviously Chapter 3, nothing too crazy about that. And yeah, what is that thing? What is that? I don't know. It looks like it's covered in blood. It could not be blood, though. It could just be the lighting. It's under red lighting. But this is some kind of monster. And it doesn't look like what we've seen in the original teaser trailer for Chapter 3. I don't know what this thing is. I can't even guess. But the weird thing is, looking at its hands, it looks stitched together. So it says this is what he does to heretics. So the main monster from Chapter 3, which, you know, we've kind of seen a little bit of, my guess is he did whatever this monster is, he made it. Whatever he did to it, whoever it is, he did this to them, and that's them in the shadows right there. And the weird thing is, like I said, it looks very stitched together. It looks like pieced together, but there's 2 sets of eyes on it. So one is below the red text right there. You see those 2 sets of eyes, and you can kind of see like almost a head shape of it. It almost looks like an Among Us character or something. I don't know what that is. But there's 2 sets of eyes right there. And then below it, there's another 2 sets of eyes. At least it looks like it, right? Like inside of its stomach area. So this thing seems to be comprised of multiple things. I don't know. I mean, look, we can kind of zoom in here if I click. But like, what is that right there? You see that? Like, oh my, is that a face? Like, look, you see, is that not a face right there? That is, I don't know, man. Creepy though. So there's the first set of eyes right there. And then here, it looks like there's something here. Like you can see there's eyes right here, right? And then whatever that is, that looks like some kind of weird face. But look, this thing has definitely been stitched together. You can see like the stitching right there. And this might be the abomination that he was making, you know? Like the Huggy Wuggy plushie, or the head of Huggy Wuggy that we kind of saw at the end of the chapter. This might be what that is, but man, it looks crazy. Now, looking at some other environment stuff here, there's a cage right here. So this is some area where stuff is being, you know, caged in and trapped. So that's interesting to see. But then again, over here on the left side, I mean, look at this. This looks like it's part of the play area, doesn't it? Like, it just looks like it's the walls and the little, like, you know, circles and stuff like that. It all gives off a vibe of like, this is some kind of like, you know, play area that children would be in. But then this doesn't look like that. Now, wait, actually kind of looking at this side, it looks like this gate right here may be open. So this would be gated off and then it opens up and this thing's behind the gated area. I don't know, but it looks crazy. It looks very scary. I wish we could see more of this thing. I know they're trying to keep it a secret for when the chapter comes out, but man, do I really wish I could see some more of this thing, because it looks so cool looking. It look like, just from what we've seen, they're keeping things very under wraps with this chapter. And I mean, we're getting closer to the end of the year. They said, you know, end of the year release date. So I'm hoping we get another trailer sometime soon. Maybe, since it's October, you know, end of the month, we get a new trailer. I don't know. But then again, I also feel like, oh, actually, we don't even have a release date now that I think about it. So either we're going to get another trailer with a release date, or we're going to get a first look at maybe one of the monsters with the release date on there. But yeah, I don't know. They're keeping everything very much under wraps, and I kind of like it, but I'm also kind of like, I want to see more. Like, show me more. Why are you keeping things so secret? You know, let me see it. I don't know. But anyways, guys, that is all of the stuff that we have right now for Poppy Playtime Chapter 3. Now, real quick, before I end the video, I was going to end it there, but I went back to look at the old Chapter 3 trailer, and by the way, it's been almost 3 months since this was released, so it makes sense that we're getting some teasers now. But this thing right here, I don't see the hands. Like, you see the Huggy Wuggy head on it, you see, you know, some other crazy things, but the hands are like just out of frame, so we can't tell if that's what we see in that screenshot. But it's still interesting. Now, this is one other thing I want to point out. So this is the Chapter 3 monster, right? It's this weird cat looking thing. Now, if you compare the eyes on this to what we see in the new screenshot, it's not the same. The eyes are different. I mean, these eyes, you'd be able to clearly tell if that's what, you know, the eyes were on that new screenshot, and they're not. So that is another monster. That is, like it says, this is what he does to heretics. So this monster, or, I mean, it could be this is the monster, or the gas mask thing that I think we see earlier on. Yeah, like for a split second, this gas mask thing, maybe that's who turns him into that. I don't know. Like I said, I really don't know much about this chapter, but I just think that, yeah, whatever we see at the end of that is brand new. I don't think it's that monster that we see in this trailer that's like a giant combination of all the different pieces that you can kind of find. That looks like something else that's new, that also has multiple things inside of it. Or, I mean, maybe it could be a part of that big, you know, monster. It could just be, you know, because it's in the dark, you can't really tell. Like I said, the only thing that would really give it away would be if we could see the hands of it, or if we could see the eyes of it, but we can't see either of them, which they very conveniently, I mean, you can't see it on this teaser that we have right here. So like, looking at it, there's no hands. You can see there's, like, you know, parts that kind of look like hands, but, and also this thing is massive. I feel like it wouldn't even fit in that area, but I don't know. Let me know your guesses in the comment section down below. They definitely left a lot of this up for theorizing, which I like, but I have no clue, man. This is the best I got. It looks like we have 3 monsters, all right, from my point of view, chasing us in Chapter 3, which will be fun. Anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Now I'm gonna end the video. I hope you guys enjoyed. I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace out.